Stage time. Hey, it takes time.
Hey there, this is Darren LaCroix with another Ask Darren. This is actually a comment, not a question, but I thought it was appropriate. This one comes in from Ian Pickens, Pickens. Ian had read one of my articles and he said that as a leader in Toastmasters, one quote a day firmly sticks in my consciousness. It's not the quote of the day, but it's the last lines of your article. And it says, remember, there are two kinds of feedback. One, here's what the listener thought and felt. Two is coaching, here's what you could do to get better. And this is a line in one of my articles. If you don't get my weekly articles, go to top10speakingtips.com. But what this intention is that a lot of times there are well-meaning Toastmasters or fellow speakers who want to give you feedback on your speech because they're trained to evaluate, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you and I, as the ultimate CEO of our presentations, the ultimate decision maker, we have to take the feedback and listen, but try and understand. And I found this very helpful, that every person in your audience, whether they're a brand new speaker, never given a speech before, is fully qualified to tell you, here's what I thought and felt. Or, I was a little confused when you talked about this, or I didn't get it. That is real feedback. So, understanding that you and I, if somebody said they were confused, they loved the story, whether it's good or bad, everyone's qualified to tell you, here's what I thought and felt. So it pains me when I see professional speakers getting feedback from people who maybe are not as good as them or inexperienced or an emerging speaker, and they poo-poo the feedback just because of where the person's at. Well, if this is what they thought and felt, it doesn't matter your ability to coach, your ability to give feedback. That's what they thought and felt. Everyone is qualified to tell you that. The second kind of feedback is coaching. Here's what you could do to get better. Now, not everyone is qualified to tell you that, because what I mean by that is some people evaluate or coach from their level of experience. And I remember when I first went to Mark Brown with my first version of my championship speech, I thought I had a good speech until I saw his reaction. Oh, Darren. But what he was looking at was from a higher level of perspective. So as a coach, he could see all the mistakes and all the flaws, but he was qualified to tell me what I could do to make it better. So when you do get feedback, try and ask yourself, is this a thought and felt, or is this a what I could do to get better? See, they're qualified to tell you what was confusing. They might not be qualified to tell you what you could do to make it clearer. You are the CEO of your presentation, but please understand, feedback is invaluable. But understand there's two kinds of feedback. What will you do with that?
Stage time.